When you're talking about budgeting for a family, meat is going to take the lion's share of your budget. And so it, of all things, needs to be purposeful. So in my freezer, I make sure that I have a section here for chicken. This is right before butchering season, so you can see I have very little here. But the top shelf is for my chicken, the second shelf is for my beef, and the third shelf is for my pork, and sausages are at the bottom. When things are butchered, I put them in here, and this is what I feed off of. And I make sure that I work on it evenly so that I don't end up with a glut of it at the end of the year. Because buying meat in bulk is definitely the way to go. You get the added value of the fat and the bones and the broth. And so you want to make sure that you get the most bang for your buck, and you do that by purchasing a whole hog or a whole side of beef or your chickens all at the same time. Now, I have a freezer locker in a grocery store, and so I do not obviously have enough room here for a cow, a pig, and 50 chickens. But I do feed off of this freezer, and then once a month I go to my local freezer and get that taken care of. I designate a day for each meat. So each day of the week I have a meat, and obviously there's only 4 meats here, so I'm going to have a few days that are meatless days too. So I try to make sure that each of those days have one designated meat, and I take those meats out of the freezer at the beginning of the week. And some of those meats we eat just at that meal, and some of those meats are parceled out into different meals. For example, we would make a roasted chicken, and the next day for lunch we could have fried rice or a chicken pot pie or something in that direction. And that way we get more bang for our buck.